Good morning, students. Welcome to online political science class again. Today we are moving towards the chapter. What chapter? That is U.S. hegemony in world politics. We have covered up so much areas. We have seen how did U.S. is hegemonizing the world with its various characteristics, its features like its hard power strategy, its structural power strategy, its soft power strategy. And then we have also seen how US also gone beyond, and somewhere it has also used some coercive method. Okay, in some area we have seen appealing methods, attracting methods, okay, or just giving somebody a type of offer that if you come and join our group, and then we will give you some benefits, financial aids and all these things. Okay, this way also they have gone through, and they have tried to influence the world, okay, by its characteristics of soft power culture, or maybe by this economic power, or etc etc. But in its military power we have seen that somewhere they have used a bit aggressive method, okay, coercive method or aggressive method. So when we see the other areas of US hegemony in the military sector, okay, we have seen many types of invasion that they have done. They have went through. They have done the military expedition, okay, in different areas. We have covered up in our chapters what are these things. First Gulf War. We have seen how did the first Gulf War happen. How did when Saddam Hussein was not going to quit Kuwait, okay, which he has controlled. Then that time UN has given an ultimatum, and UN was not heard up by Saddam Hussein, Iraq president. Then what happened at that time? US with its NATO forces, they went up, and then they have done a big type of fight or war, if we may call it, happened, and that came to be known in history, First Gulf War. Okay, and Saddam Hussein was forced to quit or vacate that place, Kuwait. Okay, we have seen that. Again, we have seen in another portion the Clinton era. We have seen in the Clinton era how he has taken actions, in Kosovo. Okay, in Yugoslavian president Slobodan Milosevic, when he has done some types of aggressive type of torture, okay, aggressive type of torture on the people of Kosovo, the Albanians. So that time, this again, it was like these people were nowhere to go, what to do. Then this US again went up. US went up with his forces, and they have again forced to resign from the post this Yugoslavian president. Okay, this also we have seen. And then we have also seen how did when the terrorist groups have attacked, okay, on the South African US embassies, okay, in Nairobi and Dar es Salaam. Then they have targeted that area, and they have tried to vanish or destroy those terrorists from that area. Okay, we have seen these actions, and then we have also seen another action. What was that action? That was the Iraq War, 2003. Okay, and here we have seen the involvement of Junior George Bush. Okay, now it was like in Saddam Hussein, they have thought of that he was developing nuclear mass weapons. Nuclear mass weapons he was developing, and US thought that the third world countries or the developing countries were not or should not go for this developing of the nuclear weapons. And then what happened? Without the taking permission of the UN, and when UN has not wanted US to go there and invade Iraq, but US with its again NATO forces went up there and has invaded Iraq. Okay, invaded Iraq. They have captured one area, then another area, then another area. The war has went on for a long time, and afterwards it was seen the whole of the Saddam Hussein regime being dismissed, means destroyed. Okay, and then Saddam Hussein was captured. He was kept in US prison, and afterwards he was led to hang. Okay, so there when we study all these areas, okay, हम जब ये सब एरिया को पढ़ते हैं हिस्ट्री में, अभी तो ये हिस्ट्री बन गया, तो अभी जब ये सब कुछ पढ़ते हैं हम सोचते हैं हाउ यूएस हैज डन ऑल दिस थिंग्स. तो मिलिट्री पावर में कहीं ना कहीं देखा जाता है कि कुछ ना कुछ में एग्रेसिव नेचर यूएस दिखाता है. ओके, फोर्सफुल जो अटैक है, इन्वेशन है, कंट्रोल है, वो दिखाता है अपना यूएस हेजेमोनिक पावर. ओके, और ऑन द अदर साइड हमने देखा कि कहाँ पे कल्चरल पावर और इकोनॉमिक पावर पे. ओके, जहाँ पे एपेलिंग साइड चल रहा, तो वन साइड एपेलिंग है, वन साइड कुछ ना कुछ प्रेशराइजिंग टाइप का मेथड चल रहा था. और एक हमने देखा जैसे कि 9/11 अटैक जो ये एक बड़ा सा अटैक था ऑन द यूएस सॉयल. ओके, दैट अटैक हैज बीन डन बाय अल कायदा टेररिस्ट ग्रुप अंडर द बैनर ऑफ ओसामा बिन लादेन. So this, when the attack was done and 4 plane were this plane targeted these different areas of US. कौन सा था? One is the two plane actually. 2 plane went up and crashed down on the twin tower of World Trade Center, the business area of US. हम बोल सकते हैं. Okay, and then one went to Pentagon, destroyed some army base cantonment there, and other one that wanted and targeted to destroy US Congress, जो US का पार्लियामेंट है, but it could not go that area में जा नहीं पाया वो, and it has lost control and it has gone and attacked the और जाके एक्चुअली अटैक ही नहीं किया, वो जाके गिरी गया पेंसिल्वेनिया एक फील्ड में जाके गिरा मतलब पास में. तो देखा हमने यहाँ पे ऑलमोस्ट अबाउट 3,000 पीपल हैज डाइड देयर. ओके, ये सब अटैक में. तो ये हिस्ट्री में यूएस ने एकदम ये डिस्क्राइब कर दिया कि दिस इज ए ग्लोबल वार ऑन टेरर. अभी ये जो टेररिज्म शब्द वो कब से था? इट वॉज अ लॉन्ग टाइम हिस्ट्री going on. So many terrorist groups are being coming up in the world and they are being attacking one or the other parts of the world. Okay, but when it was attacked on the US soil in a very large scale, a large manner, and by the Al Qaeda groups, that time US को लगा अभी हमें फाइट करना चाहिए. Okay, किसको अगेंस्ट में? on the terrorist groups. तो they have went up and they have जैसे कि उसके पीछे ही पड़ गए बिल ओसामा बिन लादेन, and afterwards he was led to death. बहुत सारा स्टोरी जो हमने ऑलरेडी वीडियो में कवर किया. ओके, नाउ टुडे हम फिर जाएंगे एक डिफरेंट एरिया में. यूएस हेजेमनी का एक पावर एक जगह हमने देख लिया कि यूएस कैसा अपना पावर को इन्फ्लुएंस करता है, चलाता है, प्रेशराइज करता है, एपेलिंग भी करता है. ओके, एंड आज हम देखेंगे दूसरा साइड, दैट इज व्हाट कॉन्स्ट्रेंट ऑन यूएस हेजेमनी. अभी देखो हर चीज में कुछ ना कुछ तो वीकनेस होता है ना. अगर एक राजा हो तो राजा का जो एम्पायर होता है ना, ए किंग्स एम्पायर ऑल्सो हैज सम वीकनेसेस in some area, some side, maybe in his minister, maybe in his nobles, maybe in his और कुछ एरिया में in his law regulations कहीं ना कहीं पे उसका एक weakness होगा. And in the history we have seen that a small type of weakness has led to the downfall of a vast empire. Okay, तो यहाँ पे जो होता है, यहाँ पे एम्पायर का रोल में कौन आ रहा है? Obviously US. Okay, US is going to hegemonize the world and is hegemonizing the world today. We are living in a unipolar world, but फिर भी कहीं ना कहीं there can be a constraint. कहीं पे खुद ब खुद constraint होते जा रहा है, कहीं पे some people, some organizations may put constraint on the US hegemonic power. Okay, so today we will see this constraint. ये constraint कौन सा है? Okay, so let's start the lecture, students. Now see, first of all, first one is institutional architecture. Okay, institutional architecture, I written down here, political system of US is based on the principle of separation of powers. Now, maybe if you are you have the short memory or long memory, I don't know, but if you have the memory, strong memory, then if you remember that I have told you before that every country goes with a three organs, three power system. Okay, three basic organs. They are what? Executive, legislature, and judiciary. Okay, these three organs are there by which a country runs. एक country को, एक देश को चलाने के लिए वो three organs का जरूरी चाहिए. Okay, now these are what? One is legislature, parliament. One is executive, that is ministers. Okay, ministers level, and the ministers level may be president, may be prime minister, or maybe both, maybe council of ministers कमिंग टुगेदर. बहुत सारे जो मिनिस्टर्स कमिंग टुगेदर, जो मिनिस्टर्स के कैटेगरी में आके गिरते हैं, ऑफिशियल्स के कैटेगरी में आके गिरते हैं, दे आर नोन एज एक्सिक्यूटिव. ओके, जो काम करता है एक कंट्री में. और एक पार्ट हो गया जुडिशरी. यू ऑल नो व्हाट इज जुडिशरी. जुडिशरी इज व्हाट? इट सेटल्स डिस्प्यूट्स, इट इंटरप्रेट्स द लॉ ऑफ द अदर ऑर्गन्स. तो ये जो तीनों जो काम करता है, ओके, यहाँ पे देखा गया यूएस में कि ये तीनों जो है, ये तीनों अपना अपना काम करते जा रहे हैं. यहाँ पे यूएस में अगर हम एक्सिक्यूटिव का एग्जांपल ले तो यहाँ पे सबसे बड़ा एग्जांपल कौन सा आएगा? यूएस प्रेसिडेंट. बिकॉज वी ऑल नो दैट यूएस इज ए प्रेसिडेंशियल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट, एंड इन ए प्रेसिडेंशियल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट प्रेसिडेंट हैज द मेन पावर. द टाइप ऑफ डिसीजंस, the type of actions that has to be taken up somewhere, okay, even in US or in somewhere else, that was decided by whom? By president, American president. Okay, then there is legislature, that is US Congress. हम इसको कांग्रेस बोलते हैं. US legislature of US legislature जो है वो उसको हम लोग कांग्रेस बोलते हैं. जैसे कि हम इंडिया में पार्लियामेंट बोलते हैं, वहाँ पे इसको हम लोग कांग्रेस बोलते हैं. ओके, एंड द जुडिशरी, that is Supreme Court of America. Now these three are there. If there is a conflict between these two organs, then judiciary is there to settle up. If here in executive organs, if president takes any decisions, anything that can be obstructed, can be put into a limitations some way or the other by legislature. Okay, and if legislature was to pass out a bill, rarely common, इतना common नहीं होता, but if it tries to pass out a bill, then that bill has to go through the president. तो यहाँ पे देखा गया ये separation of power, मतलब three organs का separation of power, but they act as an check and balance. Okay, और check करता है, फिर balance करते हैं, and then they work on. तो अमेरिका का institution जो है